What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, coming back to Muse. Yes, indeed, Muse Fans Feeling You. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity-bibbity bop, do me a favor, before you do all that stuff, please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, if you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Origin Bliss and Sergio. They both want to see me react to this song by Muse called Liquid State. Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, I recognize this song, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by KitMG, all right? And the video has 300,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. Muse, Liquid State, live at Dallas. So they're in Dallas, Texas for this one. US Arenas. Cool. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
How do you like it? Very bass driven. Interesting. Can't even hide it. I'm digging this tune. Listen, is it complicated? No. Is it difficult? No. Is it impressive? No. But you know what it is? It's fun. Oh, this is a fun tune. It's got all the things I look for in a good driving song. Bass driven. It is bass driven without question. You got the drummer. You got Dom coming up with this just straight ahead snare on the 2 and 4 pattern. Just a nice straight feel song. We did switch to halftime feel. We did with the snare on 3, very heavy. It doesn't matter if we're on the halftime or the straight time. The snare is heavy handed. It is not light at all. It is. I'm surprised he hasn't put a hole in the snare drum yet. He is laying into that snare hard, which I'm digging. I'm absolutely digging it. Interesting to see Chris sing and lead. That's something you don't see too often. I don't think I've ever seen it on the channel. I think this might be the first time I've seen him sing lead. So that's really cool. He's doing a good job of it too. I mean, he's not Matt. I get it, but he's he's holding his own, man. He's doing a fine job on the vocals. On top of that, the showmanship and the production. I know Matt's got his back turned. I know he's got his back to the crowd, right? I'm waiting for everybody to say, yeah, you're going to come down on him for that, right? Actually, I'm not. Because by design, yes, his back is to the crowd sometimes, but there's other times where he's facing the crowd because that drum riser is rotating. It's spinning. So yes, his back is to the crowd when it's, at 0.0, but when it spins around to the 180 degree point, now he's facing the crowd and the drummer has his back to the crowd. Then it spins around all the way to the full 360 and now it's back to the crowd again. He kind of has to have his back to the crowd. He's got to be right up there with the drummer. He's interacting with the drummer while they're spinning around. So it's covering a lot of bases by doing it. Am I upset about it? No, because by design, he has to. So I have no issues with it. Yeah, I got no problems with this anywhere. I'm digging this tune. I'm having a lot of fun listening to this song. It's hitting all the right buttons with me. Let's keep going here, shall we? Great song for a live show. Great song for a live show. I wish they had played that when Mrs. Heretic and I went to go see them play live. Then again, if they had, then I couldn't have done a reaction to it here and now. So I guess, all things happen for a reason. But man, when they come back to the U.S., if Mrs. Heretic and I are able to go see them perform live, I hope they play this live. I really do. Mrs. Heretic made it very clear to me that we are going to go see them play live again. She's not giving me a choice in the matter. She has absolutely put her foot down and said, we are going. There's two bands that she has absolutely put her foot down. No, 3 bands, I'm sorry. 3 bands that she has made it very clear that when they come to the U.S. and they perform and they tour, we are going to go see. Muse is one of them. So, oh boy. I need to think about it because I know how I personally feel, and looking at the song objectively, I know they're not going to line up. I know they're not. So let me get my thoughts together. I'll see you in the review and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was Muse with a live performance of Liquid State. This was a request from Origin Bliss and Sergio. Okay. I thought about it. Now, look, when I give the score here, I need to be very clear that how the score appears does not necessarily reflect how I personally feel. And I'll explain everything. I promise. But I thought about it. I looked at everything objectively, and this is the score I came up with. Okay, so before you all decide to jump on me, hear me out. I promise it will all make sense. Okay. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give that overall presentation a 7.6. Yep, 7.6. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 7.6. What does that mean? Well, a 7.6 would translate to a really good skill rating because overall, I think this was a really good presentation. It would also get 4 to 5 stars and a B+ letter grade. Yeah, B as in boy. So there you go, a 7.6, really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? So glad you asked. I want to be very clear when I make this next statement. I loved this song. I absolutely did. I enjoyed everything about this song. This song, if I had not seen a live performance, I would have heard this song just like a studio recording of it, and I would have said, this song desperately needs to be played live. If they don't play this song live, criminal charges should be brought up on all of them because this song needs to be played live. Luckily, we had a live performance, so I don't have to make that accusation. No, this song ticks off a lot of the boxes I look for in songs that honestly need to be played live. It's simple, okay? It is not a complex song. It's a pretty simple song, easy song to follow along with. Photo progression is not impressive in any way, shape, or form, but it absolutely is smooth as glass. It absolutely rocks. I loved listening to this. Straight ahead feel with the drums. I am really surprised the drummer didn't put a hole in the snare. I'm surprised Dom didn't, look back at his drum tech and go, hey, I need snare number 2. And then, they do a quick switch out. He was hammering on that snare. Very snare driven with that straight ahead feel on 2 and 4. When they went into the halftime feel, it got even heavier with the snare on 3. On top of that, the song is very bass driven, which being a bass player, I'm always going to be kind of partial to. Loved that. I love the fact that we had this very heavy snare song with a very bass driven feel to it. I loved everything about this. Absolutely deserves to be played live without question. And then you got Matt with the chords filling out the sound, which I thought was very appropriate. Interesting to see Chris singing lead. Not something I think I've ever seen on the channel before. He does a really nice job. He can sing lead very well. I hope they allow him to sing lead a little more often. I'm not saying become the new lead singer. I'm not saying that. But if they give him, out of a 22 to 24 song set list, give him 2 or 3 songs. I think he can absolutely cover. I think it would give Matt a chance to rest his voice and save his voice. and give Chris a chance to show off a little bit. I don't see the harm in it. I mean, he can clearly sing lead, so I say let him. I think that was a lot of fun. Like I said, the song is not impressive. It's not impressive at all. It's a fairly easy song, very repetitive song. But, man, the groove, the feel, smooth as glass, while at the same time hitting hard. I loved everything about this. If I were to base my scoring on just how I personally feel, if I was to do my score subjectively, this would be high eights. High eights, easily high eights, possibly nines. I doubt it, but maybe a 9.0 would have been called for. But I could see on a personal level, I would give this 8.7, 8.8 all day long. But looking at the song objectively, looking at what it is, I would give the song about a 7.3. Sounds about right. Yeah, a 7.3 for the song. But I'm giving this a 7.6. What happened there? Well, if you've been watching this channel for any amount of time, you already know I'm going to say. So say it with me, kids. Say it out one time. A live show can help your score or it can hurt your score. And I got to say, in this case, it did help a little bit. Absolutely. Just a little. But it helped enough to get it from a 7.3 to a 7.6. So, yeah, 7.6 sounds about right. And as far as the live show helping, it did help. Let's go down the checklist. You'll see what I'm talking about. Stage presence, yeah, check. They've got that. They've always looked like performers. They've acted like performers, so I got no problem giving them that. Stage energy, a little towards the end. When Matt left the drum riser, he started moving around the stage a little bit, so that was good. Stage energy was there. Not the strongest check in the world, but it was enough to get the check box. Stage interaction, check. Big, huge check for that one. Matt and Dom were interacting with each other like the entire song for the most part. By design, they kind of had to, but they still did. They were still facing each other the whole time. So, gotta give it to them. Absolutely. Crowd interaction. Unfortunately, we didn't have any crowd interaction, but that's all right. It's not the end of the world. Okay, but unfortunately, that does not get a checkbox. Showmanship. By design, for what happened with the next check, I'll give it the check for showmanship. Production, yeah, check. Between the lighting, the stage design, the rotating drum riser, that's all production. So yeah, that definitely helped out. And by design, through that production, we got the showmanship. So yeah, that sounds about right. About a 0.3 increase. Could have been more if we had some crowd interaction. I really wish Chris had interacted with the crowd, but kind of hard when he's got his hands full playing and singing live, which he's not used to doing. So I get it. I get it. Still would have liked to have seen it. So, but in any case, we did come up a little bit from a 7.3 up to a 7.6. That's where we're at, and that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 7.6, which is a really good skill rating, 4 to 5 stars, and a B+ letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hopefully I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, then I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me, but if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.